How often do you hear politicians talk about empowering small farmers? Well, what if I told you that if you live in Western Europe or North America, they're misleading you, because in those regions, small farmers are practically a myth and have in fact been gradually phased out and replaced with large-scale industrial farms. Granted, small farmers still provide the majority of the world with food. However, they're also being undermined by an international trade system that allows plant species to be owned by private companies, right down to the genetic sequence of specific strains. This gives companies near total control over how crops and seeds are used, and their priorities are directly incompatible with small farmers' traditional methods. In countries that have embraced these regulations, small farmers have all but ceased to exist. The thing is, empowering small farmers might actually be key to making the food industry more climate friendly. Small farmers produce less waste, they emit less carbon, they use less resources, including water. Because farmers' crops are each a bit unique, they're also more resilient against things like drought and disease and other climate disasters. Studies have also shown that they can be just as productive when it comes to actually producing food. Despite this, the international system pushes countries in the opposite direction, often forcing them to choose between preserving sustainable farming and joining international trade. My research examines how powerful that international system really is. Are there ways for countries to fight back, or are small farmers doomed to disappear? More importantly, what is it that makes some countries better at protecting small farmers than others? My results found that the international system is less powerful than we might initially think. It's completely possible to comply while still prioritizing small-scale farming. If countries fail to do so, it actually owes more to internal factors like how much that country values farming and biodiversity culturally, or how much legal power the governments give to private companies to begin with. These are heavily linked to each country's history, culture, and identity, and explain why powerful countries like the US and UK were swept along by this system, while tiny countries like Ethiopia managed to resist it. In this way, my results also refute traditional narratives about who's developed and who isn't in climate action. Powerful countries in the global north were transformed by a system that harmed them and the planet, while countries in the south held fast to their superior, more sustainable farming methods. For countries to take climate action, we have to move past these assumptions, and for those of us in the global north, it means admitting that our governments might need help too. Empowering small farmers is crucial, but not in the way those politicians meant. Empowering small farmers is about ending trade and legal systems that prioritize profit-based agriculture over small-scale farming. It's the only climate-friendly alternative to industrial agriculture.